We are fortunate at Focus Beyond to have a new sensory room to support self-regulation for overall well-being of our students. This room was funded by the Sawyer Family Foundation and is located in room 1101. Although the type and amount of sensory input an individual needs to regulate does change from day to day or even moment to moment, it is important that we support students in performing the same routine every time they use the sensory room. This is so they begin to internalize the process of identifying their emotions, identifying their needs for helpful sensory tools, and using the tools effectively to regulate themselves within an appropriate amount of time. The routine is as follows. Upon entering the space, the student should check in using the I Feel board. Staff, you can also check in with them, as we know modeling is a highly effective learning strategy for our students. There will also be a check-in form that can be filled out electronically. This must be completed each time the room is used. This is data collection towards the IEP, as well as planning and for grant purposes. The student will choose 2 activities from the options posted and place them on the Velcro dots. Only the items posted are available. If there is an item missing, it's likely could be that it is not functioning or was removed for a specific reason. Please check in with Jennifer after this session, but remind students that the activities out are those available for the moment. You may want to bring the student's choice card with you if they need help to be redirected back to their activity choice. At first, the student may try to bounce from activity to activity, but try your best to bring them back to the chosen activity and spend at least 3 to 5 minutes at it. Many activities need to be done repetitively to have a regulatory effect. For example, jumping once may just hype someone up, but repeatedly jumping is providing significant deep pressure to all the joints of the legs and trunk. This is why we do the activities for an extended period of time. After choosing activities, either the staff or the student could set the timer for 8 to 10 minutes. Remember, overall time in the sensory room is only 10 to 15 minutes. While student is completing the first activity, watch the timer so you can give them warnings and ample time to participate in their second choice. When the timer goes off, return all items or equipment to the designated spot. Finally, on the way out, everyone, including staff because we all need it, should pick out a breathing exercise from the Before You Go board and complete at least 5 to 8 deep breaths. This will bring everything together, giving our students and ourselves a moment to center and get ready to continue the day as the great scholars we know they are. In closing, a couple important things to remember. When possible, only one student and one staff should be using the sensory room at a time. Using a calm voice and being aware that some students benefit from fewer words to regulate. Remember that a sensory break is used to help a student regulate and should never be part of a punishment or forced on a student who's not ready to benefit from sensory strategies. On the other hand, a scheduled sensory break is part of a student's schedule and it should not be taken away because of behaviors or if it's seen as a reward. It is really just as important as insulin to a diabetic or a blood pressure regulatory medication. It is a strategy that is helping regulate their nervous system. It's important to always keep students safe, really stay near them and keep your arms ready to prevent them from falling off from a piece of equipment, particularly when getting on and off the swings or using electrical things in the room. A student who is highly dysregulated or really up in that red zone should not be using this space. They are not ready at that time to use strategies and they need time and space to quiet down and regulate before they can benefit from these tools. And just that overall thinking that the sensory motor room should be spent 5 to 15 minutes. If a student is not regulated after the 15 minutes and completing the routine, then it's really important to go find another strategy to use, consult with other people on your team. Maybe that's a time that we need to tag out with someone else. I'm super excited that we have this space and that we are all here working together to providing another great tool for our students to help them learn and help them regulate themselves. Thanks.